Capricorn, hello and welcome to your Fall 2023 Shapeshift reading, where we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the fall season. I'm Andy, I'm your reader, and this is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz. We're going to use it to get into your shapeshift now. Okay, Cappy. How are you shifting this fall? The Moon, the Empress, too much, that's too many. Four of Wands, holy crap, okay. Something feels like it's just like an eye opening in like a dark space. Like there's just this, like something major opens up. Let's look at this together. Okay, so we have the Moon and the Empress giving very similar vibes with this like waning moon, maybe eclipse happening, since this is eclipse season in October. We have a Libra solar eclipse and then a Taurus lunar eclipse, both in October. So that's kind of interesting that the moon is showing up here. And I often talk about eclipses as like something can change in the blink of an eye, or even like an eye opening for the first time. And that's exactly how I feel. There's this like eye opening experience. Because we have like the darkness of the moon, you know, the moon is out at night, and it's also out at night in the Empress as well. It's kind of like, you know, Inanna, like Venus in the underworld type vibes with the Empress at night. It's very internal. There's this just been this like internal experience happening, or just like a sense of navigating in the dark. The Empress is at the center of the reading, which tells me that like Venus, or like the symbol of your desires and the things that you very much desire, the things that, you know, this tree almost looks like it's on fire, like the things, the fires of your heart, the things that you desire the most, the things that are just like so precious and invaluable to you. It's just like there's an opening with the Four of Wands, a very clear, and it looks like an eyeball to me with that like splash of blue in the center. There's just this like very clear and obvious like maybe it's a revelation, maybe it's a realization, or maybe like whatever you've been kind of like feeling around in the dark trying to navigate suddenly gets some sort of opening, you know? You either have like a spiritual or like mental realization, like eye-opening experience, or there's just like something opens up in your life that actually lets you do the thing, you know, like lets you pass through. And the Four of Wands is often a card of celebration, you know, like something really worth celebrating here. If I read this like a sentence, I would say it's something like your innermost desires, maybe even like secret desires, opening up. And I want to say about the Four of Wands that it is an opening in the sense that like a door opening, or like you could cross this threshold. What do you want to do? The opening is here. And it just from looking at the cards and like the stark shift from night, from like, you know, something just coming in and totally illuminating the darkness, coming through, something coming through that internal space that is like, you know, like an apparition appears, or like an angel, like the way that angels are talked about, you know, biblically, like just like inspiring, like shock and awe and horror and amazement, like everything all at once, appearing out of nowhere. And it's just like, I get this like awestruck sense. Oh, that's funny, because there's even like a burning bush vibe happening with the Empress. Maybe it is a sense of like the seemingly impossible coming out of nowhere, and then it's like, you know, the opening is there to like jump through it. Let's just like jump through that hoop. And again, it might be something to do with the eclipses in October. Okay. Sorry, I'm just laughing about the burning bush. That's kind of cool, because there's a theme here of branches in their various forms. These trees are branches, these trees are branches, and then here's the branches, like a little bit more kind of like spiritual or abstract. It gets progressively, I don't know, something here. Something is, okay, imagine you're out at night in an eclipse. An eclipse is like totality, like total darkness. Imagine totality, okay? Total darkness. These two trees are making an opening. And in totality, like everything is obscured. It's completely dark. Oh, that's creepy, because in this other deck I was shuffling, I got the silence card, which is just like blank, black. Okay, cool. So everything goes black, totality. And you can't even see that these trees were making like an opening. There's an opening between them. And then something, the burning bush, in the, you know, within that totality, something lights up and illuminates the opening. This reading is wild. And I think it's something that was probably previously a bit mysterious. Even Venus is playing around in this like mysterious moon realm. Something you can kind of feel, but you can't really prove or can't really see. It's just like this mystery. And then something's coming in here and like lighten it up. And just full illumination, from like full totality to full illumination. And those kinds of extremes, and like even like the mysterious sort of ethereal way that I'm talking in this reading through these cards, it is such eclipse energy, you know. It's just this like really mysterious, strange time where things become really stark, and you can experience these extremes, from like total darkness to total illumination in the blink of an eye. All right, whatever it is, it's really positive. I just want to say that, like, don't be scared. It looks amazing, you know, like it's illumination. It's the opening. It's like, yes, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. So it feels really good. But I'm gonna have to get into it now with some other decks. I have the Dark Exact here. I have Poesis Oracle. Let's get into clarifying. Yeah, totally. Trust. You know, you gotta trust, because whatever this is like beyond your control, you know, like this is beyond you. There's nothing you could do to affect this, so like chill. Yes, confirmed by the moon. You just have to let the moon shift. Okay, very cool. So clearly the reading is like chomping at the bit. We got to get into it now. If you would like to follow me for the rest of this reading, you can click the link in the video description, and that will take you to the shifting space where we investigate these readings for all 12 signs over the course of the season. So we'll rewatch them at the midpoint to see, you know, once you've lived through the season a little bit. They'll probably resonate very differently. They'll sound different to you once you have lived experience to back them up. So we'll watch them at the midpoint and again at the end to get the whole story of your shift. You can do that on your own, and I hope that you do. But if you want to do it with us, click that link. All right.